Hi, hey, hello everyone. This is Julie from the Scraps of My Life. I have been sorting out some things to do another journal. Um, I had made the one for myself, the glue book journal from the magazines, and the one for my granddaughter. And so I wanted to make another one really quick before I have to go out of town, but you know what? I can't do anything quick. It just eludes me. I just can't do it. But I tried. So I thought, you know what I can do is, okay, I got this terrible, terrible urge to do a Christmas journal and in this particular style. And now I don't know if I'm going to be successful because I really don't have any magazines in mind, even though I've got a ton. I don't know where they are. They're packed up and I will have to find them, etc., etc. I don't have time to do that. But with that said, um, I have pulled out my Christmas stuff that I have access to, and I have got it neatly sorted, believe it or not. I went through a container and sorted it. I have the fibers separate from the papers, and I've got the ephemera that I have separate from the paper. It's just great. So I've got that all ready to go. And then I said, well, I'm going on vacation. I could quick do me, surely I could do a quick vacation one, right? Blam, 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 throw it together. It's just for this summer, right? I was going to do one just for this year. Well, obviously I couldn't do that. I can't do anything quick because everything is not where it should be. So, but I did prepare some of that, and I've got um, a pile ready for that to go, sorted in a basket that I have. So I got that started. And let's see, what else did I do? I started something else. Um, I don't know, something else. And then I said, it would be really fun because I had this paper that I had worked with in my granddaughter's journal, was it, or was it my journal? Let me see. I can't remember whose it was. Um, I think it was hers. Um, pretty sure it was hers. Anyway, I had the paper out and I said, while it's out, why don't I do, something with that? Well, first I was going to do just another journal. And then I got to going through that Daphne's Diary magazine and found like this right here, this beautiful piece that I'm getting ready to cut out. I had this paper out. I don't even know what this line is called, but it was sitting out over there. And I noticed that when I was going through the Daphne's Diary to pull some pages out, that they had quite a bit of recipes and kitchen related and stuff like that. Like the piggies here. Look at how cute. I was going to put that in my journal, but it didn't make it in. And there's food. This is not out of Daphne's journal. This is out of the other journal the magazine that I love. Um, this already had out of Daphne's journal. This is out of different magazine, different magazine. This was out of her journal. It has tomato vines on it and about growing things. This is a salmon and egg sandwich recipe. Look at that gorgeous salad. So, it had like an Easter thing in there, brunch. Um, I love the border on this, so I thought I might use that. All about eggs. That was the first thing that came to my mind was a recipe book when I first saw that. Um, Teacups down there, recipe on the other side of that, more recipes. And I said, there's quite a lot there, so I'm going to go with that. That's my start anyway from Daphne's journal, and then these two recipes are in there. So um, I guess I just wanted to do this video just in case someone says, how do you do your process? How do you decide what you're going to put in a journal? How do you even start it? Hey, I remember when I first started doing journals. Uh, not particularly of this, not a glue type, not a glue book type, but just books, just memory albums and mini albums, and it's a process, and it's quite a lot to do and to be overwhelmed by if you've never done it. So I thought I would share just a smidge of how I don't want to cut all the way through this pretty border here. I want to be like Nazi and save that border. And so instead of trying, this is perforated, but instead of trying to punch it out, I thought I might just try to go around it with my paper cutter trimmer here and try to ease it out. Because I don't want to tear that beautiful floral. And so I decided by the it's your the thing that sets the mood for your books, whether it doesn't matter what kind, whether it's a formal wedding album or a family what is it called? Where you record your family. Um, my brain's not working so great. It's on like 100 things, as you can obviously tell. And on top of all this, that I have no business doing because I'm supposed to be getting ready to go out of town. I am so terrible. I know I am. But anyway, when you're doing a family tree sort of a thing or a commemorative thing, for family, and you want it to be a little bit more formal. It doesn't matter if it's very, very, very formal or if it is very, very, very casual, a bunch of junk that you've got like me that I could pan over here. Let me see if I can do that for you. See there? There is a table full of things that I have out preparing to do 2 or 3 different journals. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose from them, and obviously right now it looks like I'm going to work on this one, but I do have a plan when I come back. I am going to do my summer travel album because I'm thinking I might be doing some traveling this summer. I don't know why I feel that way, but I kind of got that feeling. So we're also going to my mom's on Mother's Day. I'm going to be gone, and then coming back into town, I'm going to stop by her house and spend the week, it looks like, with her and my sisters and etc., my brother. Anyway, so what I was saying is, before I got diverted, I hope you can keep up with me because I can't keep up with me. I mean, good luck. But it doesn't matter how formal it is, or, as I was saying, how informal it is. What sets the theme for your journal is your center of attention. Okay, your center of attention should always be the theme. Okay, whether it's a cookbook, whether it's uh, family photos, Christmas, Easter, travel, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever day. Okay, that is the first thing you think of. You think, okay, I need a journal for this purpose. And usually when you do, and I'm just using the word journal. Okay, when I say journal, I'm referring to, really, that's what memory books are, aren't they? They are something that we keep. We have defined as scrapbookers and as bookmakers. Uh, a journal kind of covers it all because it holds pictures, photos, and writing. So, truly a journal is for writing. But you know what? We can call it what we want to call it because it's what it means to us, isn't it? And we are redefining. Uh, the scrapbooking world has redefined what a journal is. So see, now I'm gonna stop and say, look at this beautiful border. Okay, so now I have that, since I was so careful and took a little more pain, I'll have that to use in my book. So we have redefined the industry, so to speak, and loved every minute of it, right? So that's what defines, uh, first of all, what it's about. Okay. Now, if you're just making journals to sell, that's kind of a different story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about to use and for your purpose and for your family and for your memories and for your photos. Um, so first you realize, okay, this is for this occasion. You first define the occasion, okay? And if it's going to be like for me, for instance, this a recipe album, for instance, is an ongoing thing. It's something you continue to add to. So what I decided is, okay, I'd like to go now. My style is not normally shabby chic, and shabby chic is a challenge for me. This flowers, well, it could go either way. This could go medium to hard tones, the normal check and flower cookbook with the pigs and the cows, etc. Or it can lean the other way. And it just depends on the colors, the base colors, and the laces, and how frilly I make it or how unfrilly I make it. So that's what determines the tone of your book. So after you've decided, okay, this is going to be a cookbook, okay, we're just using this for example, and I want to lean towards the pinks instead of the dark reds like I normally do and the bright yellows. Like I could show you my cookbooks, but I won't right now. Um, instead of leaning towards the bacon and eggs, I want to lean towards the bumblebees and the honey. Okay. So that's what I want to do with this particular journal. And because I'm doing it in a glue book style, I mean, I'm loving this glue book stuff. I am so tickled that I saw Nazi talk about this. I'm just having the biggest time. I'm telling you, it's a load of fun, and I'm just having a ball with it. So of course, I'm going to do a cookbook because that is my main thing. Okay. So I'm going to lean towards. So that's what you decide. All right. So even if you were not using magazine pages, okay, let's say you're not. Let's say you're just trying to decide you have this paper pad over here and you have this paper pad and you love them both. Well, guess what? When I make a book, I normally pull in at least, okay, a minimum of three different paper pads or groups of paper or, I don't do just there I've never done just one as far as I can remember. um, I don't. And so you decide now when you pull them together. Of course, you want them to coordinate a little bit. That's totally up to you because you know what? You could do this page in this, in a darker in this page, but you kind of your book flows better if it flows. And in the end, the truth is you will be happier with a book that is has a theme throughout it. Okay. Yes, I can take and I can pull any paper I want to and throw it in this book right here. But I know that in the end I'll be happier if it flows. Now you see that I've got this dark blue apron here, and I am going to use this in my glue book here. But I'm going to lean towards the pink in it. So blue and pink are gorgeous together, and even though this is a darker pink, I have some medium shades. I'm going to aim to look at these adorable pigs. Are they not adorable? The Daphne's Diary pages have a lot of pastel in them, and I am going to lean that way. Now I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest to lean towards the pastels in these papers because it's not normally my thing, but I like it. When I see Saw Crafter, and forgive me, ladies, but I can't remember all your names. I remember hers right now simply because I have been just ordered a kit, her May kit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Um, I think it was her. Wait a minute. I might be wrong. Hold on. I hate to get the wrong name with the wrong person. Um, Let me look on my phone here real quick because I had to actually text her. It's MS Garden Grove. Um, yes, MS Garden Grove 1. I was just about to tell you. Annie. Her name is Annie. I was just about to tell you the wrong person. I adore both of those girls. They are so talented, really, really. If you are not familiar with MS Garden Grove 1 on YouTube, her name is Annie, and Saw Crafters, uh, you really need to familiarize yourself with those girls. They are amazing, amazingly talented. Um, but MS Garden Grove 1, they both do a lot of shabby chic, but Annie is, oh my gosh, she is super great at it. I mean, I just love her stuff. I mean, she is so thinks so much outside of the box. So she has really inspired me on this book right here to try to get out of my comfort zone. And I had fun with it. So, hey, I'm going to do it again. And it's more of a challenge to me, but wow, I had so much fun. Okay. So with Nazzie's challenge. So this is just, I mean, look at this. This has got, salmon and egg sandwich. I mean, these are usable things. And of course, I have some old, very vintage old cookbooks, and I'm going to go to them for reference. And I don't know if I'll tear anything out of them. I'm not sure yet. It just depends. But I'm not going to have time to do that now before I leave. But I was just talking about setting look at the pastel blues. So look at this, look at this. I love this. It's going to lean so nicely. And I am going to, in this journal, whereas in my first one here, I really did not do fibers. I did a bit, a small, very small bit somewhere in here. I did the glassine bag here. I really count that as a fiber. It's so fine and intricate. Um, I did the little button that I hand sewed on this lace underneath this and glued this down so it would not tear loose in any way. Um, I did some of the stapling of the nice cotton ribbons and didn't do a lot of fibers in here. I finally put my little swingy things on here, a little garden hat and a little My Garden sign. So I did that yesterday. So I did some buttons. I didn't do a lot of fibers in here. And I probably won't do a ton in this cookbook, but I am going to do a little more because Julie loves lace and flowers and lace and flowers and buttons. Oh my goodness, I have a whole collection on Pinterest of button ideas. So I love buttons and I love lace. I love textiles because I am in at my first love is being a seamstress. So love it, love it, love it. And it's hard to say what my second love is because I have so many. So anyway, and look what I found in Daphne's Diary magazine. Isn't that so cute? And yes, I love chickens and I have them in my kitchen. Yes, maybe one day I'll show you my cupboard in my kitchen. I got an old cupboard that I'd purchased and I love decorating it for the seasons. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Anyway, so, look at here. I mean, and I'm going to mix gardening and herbs and that sort of thing in with my cookbook because, it just goes hand in hand for me. So there you go. So setting the tone and then um, following through. Okay. So if I was to suggest another thing is to follow through. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. I can't wait to do this. I am going to be so anxious while I am away to get back so I can work on this book. I am so horrible. I really am. I mean, this is so much fun, and you guys don't know why. You don't know why that I'm so excited about this. And maybe I'll just briefly say that I had completely lost heart in anything because of things I've gone through and endured. And everybody has things, right? Everybody has things, and I'm not gonna elaborate, but I had lost interest in the things that made my ticker tick. I had lost interest in just about everything because it seemed like when sorrow takes the place of your joy, it steals everything from you. And that's kind of the place I was at. And then I came home and, I reluctantly, I would get little emails, notifications in my email about somebody doing something on YouTube, and I would just delete them. I didn't even bother. And I don't know, I don't even remember why or when I actually went back and started picking up videos and looking at videos on YouTube. But you ladies, when you do something like this, you do not know whose life you touch. You don't know what you feel is insignificant and too much to say or too much to show, and you flip fast through your books because you don't want to bore anyone. Listen, everybody, it is the majority that feels that, I mean the minority, excuse me, that feels that way. The majority of us love getting to know you by your work, and I am one of those. And I don't know any of you personally, but I want you to know that I watch some of you most regularly. And I mean, it's a list way too far to name, and I'm not going to because that would show partiality. But I appreciate every one of you ladies that get on here and take your time to share your heart, to share, bare your soul and say, okay, I know this isn't perfect, and I know, it needs a lot of work, but this is what I made, and I want to show it to you. And I just want to say thank you because you re-inspired me. And uh, I don't know, something just clicks. There are some artists who, and you've ladies that, that I relate to easier than others because it's nothing more than my style. But you all do beautiful work, and I am trying to be more diligent about commenting on your videos when I watch them. If I don't say anything, I at least try to put a like on your videos. And I don't put dislikes on people's videos. I just don't believe in it. I feel like if you don't like it, don't watch it. So if I like it, I say something, or if I don't have time, I'll do the like, and maybe later I'll go back and say something, or maybe I won't. But you can know that I am watching your videos, and I am subscribed to tons of you. And I just wanted to say that your your um your life affects someone else's life. So I know a lot of times it seems like we're on here just talking to a blank audience, especially when you don't get any likes. It seems like you don't get any comments, one maybe, and 100 people have actually looked at it. Sorry about that. Um, and it is discouraging, but don't be discouraged because I am here to tell you that it is because of you ladies that I have come back to YouTube wholeheartedly, and without looking for, I'm trying to silence my phone. I'm so sorry. Um, without without trying to get anything out of it. When I first was on YouTube, I got frustrated a lot because of, the lack of acknowledgement, because everybody can't acknowledge everybody, and not all of us have the personalities that some of us like, like Nazi, for instance, and all these other great girls. I could name a whole ton of them. Nick the Booksmith, and these ladies that have these bubbly personalities, and they just come on there all bubbles all the time. Well, all of us are not that way, and so don't get discouraged, is what I'm trying to say. And hold your chin up and keep doing what you do. And listen, listen, ladies, do it in your style. Don't try to copy someone else's style. Be inspired by me, but don't copy me. I'm inspired by Nazi, but I'm not trying to copy her. I am just trying to take her challenge and move into a place that is less comfortable for me, because it's going to open up possibly a new dimension of creativity for me. That is what a challenge is. And I mean, I'm not saying that, hey, I am not jealous. If you copy me, you go right ahead. If that's what you want to do, if that's how you learn, and you have to copy every page I do, I am super honored if you would do that. Don't take what I'm saying the wrong way, please. I am not saying I don't want you to, because I think that is the highest honor when someone wants to copy what you do. I am just saying don't forget you. Find your style and go with that, because that's what makes you an individual on YouTube. That's what makes you stand out. That's what makes people want to watch you when you are pouring your heart and your soul into your art. And ladies, this is an art. I don't care what anyone says. This takes multiple hours of time and diligence and patience, and it is most rewarding, most especially when we can wrap it up like I'm going to do this next week and give it to a family member. So there, it's priceless what we do. And I'm just going to stop talking, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for every video, for every journal. I don't care if they all look alike. I don't care if they all, I don't care. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Sagita. She's been a great inspiration to me. I think she lives in, I'm not even going to say where I think she lives because I'm not certain right now. So I hate saying things that aren't true. But um, um, I wish I had made a list. I didn't intend on saying all this. Otherwise, I would have made a great big long list. But just know this, that Julie Ann Lane appreciates all of your hard work and all of your efforts, even you newbies, even if you consider yourself new and inexperienced. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for what you do. And thank you for taking up the challenge of trying something new, because it is most rewarding, most especially, as I said, when you can give it to someone else and see the smile and the warmness in their heart and the smile on their face when they receive it. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to move on. And I'll try to do some videos when I come back to work on this book, because I am dying to do it. And I'm going to continue pulling some stuff together today, I think, before I leave. But I'm not going to have time to actually work on it much. So I'll try to do another video in a process for those of you who may possibly be interested, and I'll try to post them for you. Maybe it'll help in some way, who knows. And thank you, gals, for listening to me. And when I get back, I'll be talking to you again then. And everybody have a great next couple of weeks while I'm away. And happy creating, and stay inspired. All right. Bye.